Yes. August 29th, 2023. Mike Schopp, Adam Krautwurst in the deep end. I mean, it is seriously the deep end. I mean, more than any other year. It's the deeper ender of all years of fantasy best ball tournaments and redraft. And I mean, I can't even, I mean, it's been crazy. But we are going to talk about Jonathan Taylor, some of the other cuts from today in the NFL cutdown day, and then also draft an underdog Best Ball Mania 14 because it's been a long time, Adam, since we were in a draft together. So let's try that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Powered by the Player Profiler Network. Mike and Adam, welcome to the Deep End.
Yes, it's been a while since we podcasted and drafted together, but we drafted against each other competitively all throughout last week with the Deep End Invitational. Did a couple of those, four of those bad boys. That was fun. And then I was off to Kentucky finally for the Kentucky Fantasy Football State Championship. So I finally got to Caesar, Southern Indiana for that bad boy.
What are your takeaways from the Deep End Invitational? Like I felt it was a lot of effort to get the tournament up and running. It was 4 drafts in 4 nights. Many of our favorites and also people who are well known in fantasy football. It was a successful effort, I would say, getting it off. I mean, I drafted Malik Cunningham on my team.
Wonderful.
So I don't know, like I won't win, but I was proud of it.
Don't say that. It's a blast, obviously, with the format. And no, I thought it was great. And again, shout out to you. I said that the first night, but shout out to you for getting all those people in there. Great job. That's right. Wave it out. In fact, it's great. I got a text from Jack Colsheen today, who was in the event. And he's the great thing about the event is stuff like that happens, and then he's just touting Tune right now. He's victory lapping Tune.
Listen,
for the win.
I got sniped on Tune. It's not going to be Tune though. It's going to be Josh Dobbs, right?
Probably. I mean, who knows? They're not even trying to win, but it's going to be a mess. But that's the whole season. That's the fun of it, right? Listen, you drafted Tune for this situation, then it happens like, oh, let's go. You're fist pumping. I love it. But no, the Invitational was great. And it's going to be fun to follow all year. We're going to have overall standings, right? Maybe every week, every other week with the standings so everyone can follow and a main event, FFPC main event and grand prize.
Follow Deep End FF1 for those standings updates. It's not going to be the DEI. I think it's the I.
The I. The Invitational? Isn't there like I think it is. A golf tournament or what? What is that?
Not anymore.
No. Oh.
No, it's this.
That's now.
Now it's this. The I.
The I.
I mean, so Clayton Tune, let's talk fantasy football for a minute here, or just football.
Sure. Yeah.
Arizona, when it came to Trey Lance, was San Francisco, I mean, they might have been calling everybody for a long time, or just what was their process? And which teams, I think the Cardinals, I think the Vikings are interesting for this. We know the Bills made an offer, maybe Detroit also, or Baltimore. I mean, I'm not sure who the other teams were that were reported, but what was San Francisco's process? And then the Cardinals are a team, like, why would they not have played for that? I mean, of course, there's a school of thought that they want to finish last, and they have a 3.5 win total, which is like historically low. So the public and the market believe they are going to be the worst team of all time, almost. But if you were trying to optimize your franchise and maybe you think Lance is bad, you would still do it? Like a 4th round pick? What is that?
Yeah, no, sure. I think they've already had the discussion, I think, of like, hey, we're, Caleb Williams is just going to be the number 1 pick no matter what, even if he gets injured, God forbid. Like, And I think they're already locked in on that, having their pick, having the Texans pick. The Texans aren't going to be good, having that ability to really change your franchise next year. I don't think they want to add another quarterback, because what if Trey Lance plays for them? And what if he does good enough, has like a Tyrod Taylor like season where it's like, oh, he's good enough. Do we really need to? I think they just want to go all in on the rebuild. But again, they have Kyler Murray. Like, can they trade him? Can they trade that contract? Which we've heard no, but I feel like stuff like that can always happen. So it's interesting to me. What's more interesting to me, I know that's kind of like a dynasty type of thing, is what to do with them this year. I mean, it's going to be a mess. I could see, I think I mentioned a month or so ago that I don't think Kyler's going to play for them this year. Why play him? You want to lose. And are they going to trade Marquise Brown? James Conner, they could trade James Conner, to a team like the Colts, who need a running back for 4 weeks, maybe.
Wow. I mean, great idea.
There's just so many, because, and then do I want to draft James Conner? All these targets, all these carries he's going to get, but behind a team that's not trying to win and doesn't want. I mean, he's also injury prone, but he gets hurt a lot. So it's a mess there right now. I mean, Marquise Brown's at the bottom. It's a very flat tier of receivers that he's in, but he's at the back end. And that flat, I almost would push him down by like the Treylon Burks area, because I don't know. I just don't trust it. I think it's a mess.
Yeah, he's around ADP 72 and around 6. So that's like 2 rounds later. And I get it. Connor, what is really about to bottom out there? There's a chance Clayton Tune isn't terrible. Their schedule isn't easy. They're on the road in Washington. They have the Giants. Like, they have some tough games early on. If they lose the first few games, that adds to the speculation that Murray won't play at all. What's your Murray portfolio like in best ball, or in just not including Dynasty? I've been drafting him plenty. Like, I feel like I get into these best ball drafts and I have some high tier or mid tier quarterback early on, then like, all right, Kyler Murray, because I've drafted some Eagles, week 17, or I've drafted Hollywood, just in case Murray plays. But that seems pretty bleak right now. So I don't know. Like, I have a little bit more Murray right now than I would like, I think. But you're betting on the uncertainty, as they say, right? So maybe I'll be all right here, but it feels a little bit uneasy right now.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they do throw him in there week 12 or something like that, which is kind of what you're hoping for. I mean, you probably took him maybe with a 3 QB deal there, 3 QBs on a team maybe, and so it's not going to kill you with one of your last picks in like in a best ball. But yeah, I definitely, now you'll probably want to stay away from him, because especially if you get a higher end QB, why he can't really help you. Even if, like, say you've got a Lamar Jackson. If you have Kyler Murray, he's not, even if he's healthy and comes back whenever, he's not going to help you unless Lamar's hurt. So, yeah, he's definitely a guy to be fading now. And if he doesn't play Tune, yeah, there's a chance he's not terrible. And I realize that when it comes to receivers, how good a quarterback is like the third or fourth thing that you really care about when it comes to like kind of rating receivers and figuring that out. And I know targets are targets, but not, sometimes they're not. Like, if the quarterback is Marcus Mariota, if the quarterback's throwing it 20 feet over your head, you can't catch it. So it's a target, but it's not really a target. So that's the concern there with me in that offense. Like, there's just so many better situations to bet on. Why bet on Arizona?
I mean, the only sort of prevailing reasons are they're going to be losing all the time. Maybe shootouts, NFC West shootouts are a thing of the past, I think, mostly. But, you tend to want to bet on quarterbacks and pass catchers on teams that you expect to be terrible. At least you don't want to avoid them as a rule. Very tough situation. Tougher one, Indianapolis, Jonathan Taylor. Today's news, not traded, also not coming off the PUP list, at least 4 games missed. I don't know, Adam. Like, what do we do wrong there? It's the deep end. I mean, the whole spring and summer we spent drafting, not until very late in the game was there any discussion about fading Jonathan Taylor. It wasn't until the argument started out loud. People didn't talk about his injury all from last year, all spring and summer. He was going in the late first round when we started. And then now not now, but last week, you and I are excited we're over the moon drafting him in Canton at 311 in best ball. And now that seems a little bit like a sucker play, but I don't know. What should we have gotten right, or what's the lesson learned from Jonathan Taylor in the last few months?
Yeah, I just don't. I never thought that. The discussion was always, well, he's gonna play, right? Like he's not gonna not. He'll play for somebody, right? Like, is he even injured? Like,
We don't know.
We don't know. And like I've just like you, just like most people listening to this show right now, we listen to dozens of podcasts a week. And I didn't remember hearing anyone ever with inside knowledge or anyone know like that he's actually hurt and he's actually going to be on the PUP for 4 weeks. Because if that was an option, if that was a thing that we thought might happen, I mean, that would have pushed him down even more. It was always like, well, he's disgruntled. He's either going to play for Indy or they're going to trade him. He's going to play somewhere else. And so now it's brutal. At least, we were getting him in the third round in drafts. I know we had discussed taking him in the pros versus Joes. He went. I'm just looking right now. He went before it got to us. Thank God. We got Josh Jacobs. Boy, that was that worked out.
Let me go look at that while you talk.
Round 3. But that team looks good. Yeah, go look that up. But yeah, so it's just we just don't know. And to be honest, so we're through the preseason, 3 weeks of games, and we didn't get a lot of answers on a lot of stuff. Thank God there's been no injuries, but injuries are answers to questions. And so we still have a lot of questions about a lot of backfields. And unfortunately, Jonathan Taylor was one of the guys that, he's on the PUP and we don't know. And we're not going to know. So I'm going to be interested to see where he settles in. I think where we went wrong there too is just too much information from both sides. Like, there was just we didn't hear much from JT. All the other running backs were signing, like they did the 1-year deal, Saquon and Jacobs, and they all kind of fell in line, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that he, and again, we don't know what happened there. Maybe they offered him more money for this year and he didn't want it. He wanted a long-term deal. We don't know, but I mean, where do we rank him now? Is he down by Alvin Kamara missing 3 games? Is he, because I have no idea, but I don't really think he's hurt. So I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I'd much rather have Dobbins than Taylor in a vacuum right now. I mean, Damian Pierce, those guys. Akers?
Yeah.
We're going to test this
tonight,
doing a BBM4 draft. Not that long ago were we arguing about Jonathan Taylor on this podcast and whether he could be traded and just what to do there. And I want to say, I'm not trying to, it's definitely not a brag. I mean, everybody makes you have to make a bunch of calls in fantasy and you get some right, you get some wrong. I've told you, I wasn't drafting him anyway.
Yeah.
Because I hate the offense. Terrible line, rookie quarterback. I like Richardson, like in Dynasty, sign me up. But new coach, all of it, rookie quarterbacks don't throw to running backs. I don't know. Like it all seems pretty gross. So for me, off a couple of ankle injuries, there was never sort of beginning of the draft season, it was late 1, never ever. The only way to draft Jonathan Taylor that made sense in the beginning of the draft season was Adams and Taylor because they play in week 17.
Right.
I wasn't doing that. So I have 2% Taylor on Underdog. And I'm not saying that's too high, but it's fine. We'll test that tonight. I mean, really, every single day in the last week going into next week is a new day on Underdog. A lot of people wait until this time of year to draft and then try to take advantage of the news cycle and, whatever the reaction is to certain news. So we'll jump into the deep end in that way tonight. Anyway, Jonathan Taylor, Arizona, all kinds of other sort of late round, all year long best ball maneuvering. What is New England doing? Trading Pierre Strong, cutting Kevin Harris, cutting Bailey Zappi or waiving Zappi and Malik Cunningham. I mean, pros versus Joes. Thanks for the compliment. Deep End Invitational. I drafted Malik Cunningham like not even 10 days ago in this thing, and he's on the market. So we'll have that to talk about and figure out as well. Let's get ready for a BBM4 draft. If you're watching and listening, maybe you can jump in there with us. Adam will set it up. Mike Schopp, Adam Krautwurst in the deep end. Right now, first, a word from our sponsor.
Hey, people always ask me, what's the World Series of Fantasy? What's the Super Bowl of Fantasy? And it's easy. It's the FFPC. Their signature Players Championship has a $6 million prize pool, and their best ball leagues start in February. And they're the answer to so many questions. Hey, what's the best place to get a Dynasty Orphan? Well, you can adopt a Dynasty Orphan at the FFPC right now. There's more orphans at the FFPC than anywhere else on the internet. That's why we partner with them. So if you want to play fantasy football for low, medium, high stakes, you love Dynasty, you love best ball, you love seasonal leagues, all types of fantasy footballers need to go to the FFPC. And remember, use promo code Underworld. Promo code Underworld gets you $25 off your first team. Promo code Underworld, $25 off your first team, no matter what the format is, at the FFPC. Go get it.
Are you ready?
I'm cold. I'm ready, but I'm cold. A little bit cold down here tonight in the basement. It's been a cool August in the Buffalo area. September is supposed to be hot.
Yes, 90s, and then the next week as we're getting ready to close the pool. You know what I mean?
And going to Vegas.
That's right. That's where it's going to be even hotter.
Like,
You want me to enter
it'll be
the draft
190.
now? You want me to enter the draft now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's going to be. Listen, I'm not complaining. I don't really. Do you go outside a lot when we're in Vegas? I feel like I just go from casino to casino.
I do because I like to walk.
Okay.
So the trip is very stressful for me, the flying and sort of the being there. And it's sort of a different world. So I like to walk, and I walk up and down the strip all the time when I'm not busy. But this year I have 4 drafts booked. I think I have 4. As long as that best ball Friday morning draft fills, it'll be 4. And I've never done more than 2, I think, in Vegas. So I'm excited about that. Bare knuckle next Thursday night.
Yep.
Thursday morning, Friday afternoon or evening with Louis, and then Friday morning, hopefully, if it fills.
Yeah, no, that'll be good. We'll have a lot of drafts. We are pick 9 tonight, sir.
Surprising.
Surprising. I know.
We used your account, so we were guaranteed to pick back third.
Back third. This is where I live.
Okay.
One of the cool things about Kentucky, before we move on to this, is you get to use your bid dollars. So it's fab budget, $1,000 bid dollars for your waivers, and you can use those bid dollars to bid on your draft position. So third round reversal. So I found my nice little spot around pick 8, 9, 10 in there, and just bought it for $10 a pop, and it was beautiful.
So you're looking at the usual goodness of the 9, 15, or 16 section of these drafts, but then you get 20 or 21. No, that's not right. 28, 27, 28 on the other end of the top end of the third round. That's a big difference. So this year, it feels like the whole year it's been the third round is a nightmare. And if you're if you flip the third round, that could make a huge difference.
For sure. Oh yeah, exactly. And that's why you want to look at it and figure out where you wanted to be. And I did so many drafts, but after the first one, I was like, okay, this is how the board's falling. Receivers go way higher. Well, kind of like an underdog draft, you have to start 3 receivers. So they were going really high. But that's an interesting weekend too, because there's always so much news that weekend. Players getting hurt out, like Smith and Jigba. I was getting them like super, super late all weekend. And then they announced that he's not going, that he's not on the IR. So he'll probably make his way back up the board. But we're at 109. We think about doing anything crazy?
I like Lamb the most.
Okay.
Kelsey fine, Eckler fine. Those would be my top 3.
Have a Lamb player take. We're usually not player take guys on this show during this show, at least. Like when we're doing drafts, why Lamb over certain guys? So Lamb, Diggs, Eckler, AJ Brown. Lamb.
For me, yes. You're open to many different possibilities. Amon-Ra, of course, is the correlation, but also a great pick. Garrett Wilson is fine. Diggs, of course, will be value by then. A.J. Brown, same division, will also be like value.
Yep.
Even like a Pollard or a Barkley for a running back, which I don't hate at all. I mean, any one of those receivers is the same thing. Somebody will love getting Eckler past 109. I tweeted yesterday, Bijan Robinson, as I've told you, is the only running back in the first round I like drafting. I feel good about it because the upside is there. I worry about age with McCaffrey and Eckler and just other variations. The Chargers offensive coordinator, a more downfield approach, different things. So I really always take receiver here unless it's Robinson, and he went 105.
Yeah, Robinson 105. Got Chubb went 107.
Yeah, fine, good.
Fine, good. Garrett Wilson. I need more Garrett Wilson in my life. We are on deck.
12 is happy. I mean, that's scooping value. Eckler and Diggs, because they're going, that's probably pretty unique.
Yeah, I would love to go A.J. Brown here too. I mean,
Me too.
that'd be sweet. Yeah, it's interesting. A.J. Brown?
Yep.
Perfect. It's interesting because, again, we talked about this with the high stakes stuff too, is like a lot of times when you get to Vegas and stuff, people are diversifying. It's like the person
Right.
Breezy and Pellerigan might already have 110 A.J. Browns. So we get him now at the 2.4.
I think what the experienced players are trying to do here is take it when you're on the end like that. You're trying to find opportunities to draft players who are usually on the other end because that's intuitively different. And, you're trying to make it's the same juggling act as ever. You're trying to make optimal decisions with uniqueness in mind. And then that sort of late season, okay, stray from ADP. I think this time of year you can do more of that. And because you're reacting to recent news and different things. So you're trying to be value-minded, but also it's always everything, just
That's right.
It's always everything. Just trying to
everything. Eckler
play the board.
Yeah, Eckler and Diggs go there, like you said. They're probably pretty happy. I feel like from the way we've talked about drafts and done drafts, we're kind of in the same boat. I don't have like any meaningful Christian McCaffrey or Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
Like I just in like the high stakes stuff. I don't have them. I don't have a lot of them in like a bunch of teams that I've done on Underdog. I don't have a high percentage of them. Should I be like terrified that I'm kind of soft fading McCaffrey and Eckler?
Well, the portfolio point is fair. The only times I ever get McCaffrey are when I'm drafting a second one in a row. And that's usually when it's time to go to bed. And then maybe I'll get the 5 and McCaffrey will be there, or just be like, oh, yeah, I don't have him yet, and have that instinct.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, QB1 in this draft.
Wow. Holy cow. There you go.
That's what I mean. On the ends especially, you're trying to come up with different combinations. It's almost the season. You've done 100 of these maybe. I'm at like 58. I don't know what your number is. Just you're trying to come up with different ways to be original. It's a very efficient market. And I feel like that's probably what's happening down here. Chase Jackson was probably there in May when Jackson was unsigned and being traded to New Orleans or something. And then in round 4. And that slows me down in those sort of plays, Adam, like realizing that the same tournament was being played months ago.
I know.
And, it's DJ Moore and Justin Fields, and it's also Jackson and just different players who at the beginning of the offseason, people felt very different about than now.
Well,
there goes Jackson Andrews, though. That's a good job for getting them, except again, like there are 700 Jackson Andrews teams from before summer solstice.
Right. Exactly. That's where it gets, but maybe they don't have a lot of them because again, people are just getting started in this tournament, right? They're trying to catch up on all those stacks. And we've talked about before, like, hey, last year it was Mahomes and Kelsey was the stack you needed. And we've talked this year, it might be Jackson Andrews is the stack that you need, and you can get it cheaper. So
Plus,
Love
with
it.
Chase, that makes it different. I mean, with Chase, there aren't going to be many of those teams, so that's good.
Right. So we're up in 2 picks. Higgins has fallen. I kind of like. Now you're the correlation guy, but I'm Higgins. I'm Metcalf. I like Metcalf there too.
Fine. I don't want to be too concerned with correlation this early. We're Dallas, Philly. I mean,
Yep.
it's Gibbs, but Gibbs went, so
Gibbs went. Yep.
just build your structure.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. And we're gonna get one of them. So, all right, Metcalf. Or do you want to go to a different route?
Fields went already. Wow. 5 quarterbacks are gone already. That's good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why is this so hard to? I guess just gotta cue them. It's easier. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. No, I like that. I like this start. I like this start for sure. I've been on Metcalf a little bit more. I was on him more when we thought that JSN was going to be out for a little bit, and he still might miss, 2 weeks or something like that. I mean, he still could miss 4, but I don't
practice today.
I don't think they're planning on missing 4, so he practiced today. Wonderful. So he's probably not missing 4. Watson is a guy that's been moving up the boards. I've been high on him all summer. I wanted to pick your brain. Calvin Ridley. We haven't talked a lot about Jacksonville.
I know.
Are you 2-3 turn Calvin Ridley guy?
No, I'm scared. I mean, I never draft him.
Yeah.
And so I want the running back there. I never draft Calvin Ridley. I'm not trying to avoid it, but I never am.
All right. What are we thinking here?
I think ETN is the pick here.
Running back or ETN specifically?
ETN is, for me, really good. Hall is open. He goes.
Okay.
What do you think? Breece or a different position?
I probably wouldn't go Breece.
There's no one else for me.
Yeah, I do like Breece. I do like Breece, but I feel like that's kind of early.
You sure?
No, I mean, I love Breece, but
I mean, if I'm picking a running back there, he's the only one I even look at. I would never look at Mixon or Taylor.
Right.
The other guys are a tier below. I mean, ETN was, to me, the one to get. But Hall is pretty healthy.
That's right.
Going to be a fun week, right?
It's going to be so good. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays. I mean, Rodgers was talking him up. Like, this Breece Hall kid's pretty good. He's jogging and he's flying past people. So
I think he is their running back. My whole one-word answer on the Jets with the Dalvin Cook business was vanity. We'll afford it. You took a pay cut. Bring him in. Why not? We'll see about his knee. Even if, he goes down, we have Dalvin Cook. Like, I still think Hall is a great pick. And since it became a round and a half cheaper in the last few weeks, I mean, Rodgers, people go into these, and I have too. People go into these narratives on Rodgers like he's just a basket case or something. The guy is a Hall of Famer.
Right.
He's been in the NFL for almost 20 years. He's going to a new team. In the beginning of his career, it was like sort of a loggerheads, Rodgers and Favre. Favre went to the Jets, also got the 1. Rodgers has 1. I mean, I'm not trying to overread the situation, but I think he's on a team where he feels like he can really win. He knows he's great. They have the offensive rookie of the year. They have the defensive rookie of the year. Like, I think Rodgers really believes in it. And I sort of scoff at the idea that, he's just going to put his favorites on the field. I mean, I don't know. Hall is a home run. He just is that good. And so Dalvin Cook is there. All I care about is, these tournaments and the fantasy analysis. And for me, to say the least, I'm not afraid of what it means for Hall. And by the way, congrats to Team 7 for drafting Fields and Burrow.
Oh, pizza thug.
He's got it all figured out right here.
Diversifying. Running back, quarterback. It's best ball. Anything can work. Yeah, no, I agree. And again, we want to be peaking at the end of the year in this thing. So it's one of those, underdog. You want to be bad enough to get into bad enough, but good enough to get into the playoffs with a team that's not very good. So no one else has your players, and then smash at the end. And that's
times 50% more teams this year, by the way. I mean, than last year. That was true last year. All right. So Taylor.
No. Unless we're looking at, again, late season. If we go Taylor, we have to add like more running backs, which is disgusting.
I am in no rush to do that. Somebody else will.
Yeah. Agreed. All right. So we're looking to stack the receivers, right? So no quarterbacks right now, right? Or are we going to go Herbert with another? Never mind.
Herbert goes.
Receiver?
I'm waiting on quarterback. I mean, just already it's
Judy off the not on the IR.
Right.
But his ADP is what, 56, so it's not even a value yet.
Deontay Johnson is gone already. Look at Lockett and Johnson, like 4 or 5 turn. Wow. We are in it. Look at Dotson above McLaurin, right? No, not quite.
I was going to say, no, not yet.
No, that's right.
It's getting close though. I mean, I like a lot of the. I wouldn't go Judy, and I wouldn't go McLaurin here. I don't think.
Okay. Show me the whole thing.
The whole what?
Click wide receiver off. There it is. Walker?
I like Walker.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
A little bit of value. Plays week 1. And
we got Metcalf, and I like Geno later.
Yep.
Perfect. Man, so this is a running back heavy draft for us here, Michael.
2 out of the first 5 picks.
That's right.
We'll make up for it. There goes Pickens. I would have picked Pickens next.
Interesting. Pickens or Deontay Johnson for you?
I mean Johnson, but they're both gone by round 5 tonight.
Right.
Lamb, Brown,
Madison rising up. Madison rising. They haven't added anybody.
Yeah, just never.
Really? Why not?
I mean, not that good. Passing.
Did they cut McBride?
Offense, if they cut McBride, Chandler is the pick I like to make there. I mean, I like picking Addison, Jefferson, of course, but there goes Taylor at 5-12.
There you go.
Just never feels like an investment that I care about.
And right next to Dobbins, like I just love Dobbins way more than JT. Like it's not even at this point, it's not even close. Dobbins could have a better year than him if they played every game, both of them. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
All right.
Adam, this for me is your favorite receiver. I think McLaurin is fine. I think, Judy's a little bit risky. I guess McLaurin is my pick here.
He's going to be healthy.
Well, let's do that.
A friend of a friend is close to the situation, and they say he's going to be fine.
Yeah, for me, that's easily the pick here, McLaurin. Through 6 picks here in the deep end, BBM 4, just hanging out, chilling a little bit after the stressful week of the Deep End Invitational.
That's right.
Lamb and A.J. Brown to start, DK Metcalf at the 3-9, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, and then Terry McLaurin. So 2 running backs and 4 receivers through the 6th round.
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe, right? Don't I want to say that?
Oh, yeah. Like and subscribe. That's right. And follow.
Tell your friends, follow, and
tell
like.
Your family.
And
come say hi to us in Vegas. We'll be there.
Yes. So Adam and I are flying in. We land 10 a.m. Wednesday.
Oh.
And I've been in charge of restaurants, which I feel like I'm doing well. But today's correspondence was, all right, what you want will cost you $500-$600 a person. And I'm like, oh, we are the deep end, but that is pretty rough.
That's right.
And what are they going to do? What are they going to do for you for that kind of money in Vegas? So you want to have something else happen to you for that kind of money.
That's right.
In Vegas.
No, that better come with dessert. And
it better come with dessert.
I had a great steak over the weekend, Mike. Oh my God.
In Kentucky. Yeah. I believe it.
It was the I forgot the name. I sent you the name of it.
The Maddie.
The steakhouse. That's right. The Maddie.
Gordon Bombay.
Gordon Bombay. Yeah, close.
right? Gordon
Yeah.
Ramsay. Gordon
Gordon
Ramsay.
Ramsay.
6 letters. Who's Gordon Bombay?
It was the Wagyu, Mike, and it was
Oh, the Wagyu.
breathtaking. But
I said that to somebody. I was at a red light, the person who just cut me off, and I gave them the Wagyu, and they just drove off.
They drove
were
off.
afraid. Yeah.
Little running back run here. Holy cow.
Who is Gordon Bombay? Is that Wall Street?
It's Mighty Ducks. Yeah, I think it's the same guy, right?
The same actor, Michael.
Yeah.
Wow, this is pretty twisted right now. Gordon Bombay is the coach of the Mighty Ducks?
Yes. Yep, that's it.
Wow.
Knuckle puck, flying V.
I mean, he gets to coach that team for life. Hasn't his message sort of worn thin at this point?
Faded. That's right. You got to move on. He's turning into Bill Belichick over there. Goddard.
How about New England with those
what a mess.
cuts? Like
they're
just
trying?
putting doubling down on everything. Like you have bad skill position players, right? You think so? I'm going to cut them all.
Cut them all. That's right. But that's dangerous too. Like that's why I was asking. Like, Minnesota, they cut one of their 3 running backs. Like, does that mean they're going to go get like a Leonard Fournette or something? Like, are they trying to upgrade there? So that could be dangerous these next couple days.
No, it depends on how the division sort of starts out. Whether Minnesota is a contender, like I think they're maybe not that worried about it. They had a great year. The coach has some clout from winning 13 games. I think the GM is pretty secure of himself. He sort of has a plan. And last year was a little bit fluky, like Buffalo, the first year of McDermott.
Yep.
I mean, they won, again, 13 games, more games. But I think Minnesota might have a vision there. And so I don't think they'll be reactionary.
Yeah. Real quick, Goddard, because he's on the clock here coming up, we need a tight end. Are we Philly as well? Are we just taking it because it's Philly or considering it because it's Philly, or are we worried about the new tight end addition there?
I am not eager to do that. I like a few other options more.
Well, let's talk about them. We're up in 3 picks.
I mean, your top 2 are both home runs.
Judy Kittle. Yeah, Judy in the 7th is pretty nice. Oh,
are you there goes Kittle. That's great. We have Washington.
I feel like
I like that too. I like that too. I would take the first one first.
The first one first. Okay. And we're up in 2 picks, so we'll get one of them. Nice.
And then the guy at the bottom. Yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
I'm going to take a short break after 8:04. So can you carry it?
Oh, come on. You kidding me? I was born to carry it.
Wow.
Yeah, little update. I'm souring slightly on Quentin Johnston after being, they're talking about Josh Palmer has been running with the ones. Quentin Johnston's been kind of in and out, up and down. If you don't have a lot of Quentin Johnston shares, it would be okay to get some now. I have so much Quentin Johnston. I'm just going to stop drafting him now and I'll still be fine. I'll still have a lot of him.
I'm in.
Okay.
Because you have 5 receivers already. Like it's a long, long way out. And so I'm not worried about that at all. If you like Goddard, though, because of the Philadelphia thing that opens for Kyler Murray, I would do that too. But I like we're in great shape here. I like Johnston a lot. You could also do Watson. You have a jet.
Okay. I like Goddard. I like Goddard, especially after going after Ingram.
Okay. Timeout for me.
Timeout on the deep end. Yeah, so they had Albert Owabadam today in Philly. I don't know. I'm just not a huge Albert O guy. There's a reason that they didn't want him there. Dulcich is okay, and they've got some other tight ends there, but it's just never a good sign. Tight ends take a while to develop. Now he has to learn a whole new offense. I think he's just injury insurance for Goddard. So I'll buy the dip. I'll buy the falling Dallas Goddard, especially in tight end premium. And it's times like this where we can get on. It's days like today and tomorrow that we're going to have where there's going to be all this news and all this overreaction and where we can get on these drafts FFPC drafts, underdog drafts, and just kind of capitalize on that tonight. JT goes at the 512. I think he went. So it's gonna be interesting to see where he falls in. JT after Dobbins. I'm so much higher on Dobbins. I'm very high on Dobbins this year. So to see him go around JT, I mean, Dobbins could have outscored him again, 1v1, both of them playing a full season. So to me, JT's gonna have to fall a little bit further than that to consider him too. Aaron Jones falls in this draft. I would not take JT over Aaron Jones. So he's going to go more in the Alvin Kamara range for me. Kamara missing 3 games. But yeah, even Smith and Jigba hasn't come back up yet. Here he goes at pick 80. I mean, he's already practicing. So get him back up to where he was before. Maybe he thought that was too high already, but I think he belongs up there with, Jordan Addison and Zay Flowers. And plus I love stacking Seattle and Pittsburgh. I mean, it's such a sweet stack. And so that's going to be a great, it's easy to stack. It's easy to stack, and it might be the stack that you need. Pittsburgh and Seattle. Quentin Johnston goes to the 8-12, so we don't got to worry about him coming back. But we got our tight end. We got our stack working here. AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert. Sorry, Mike. I was just talking about the Steelers and the Seahawks being the stack that you need. But whatever.
Oh, that's your matchup since the night of the schedule release.
That's right.
Been all about Seattle, Pittsburgh.
That's my shtick for sure.
Well, Freiermuth, I like drafting him. I've been drafting a lot of him.
Why?
Well,
not that I'm disagreeing. I just would love.
He's set up to do well in a Pittsburgh offense that people are optimistic about. I think the profile is there, and in this range of the draft, I mean, there's Njoku and there's Engram, and then after that, it's a little bit of a deeper dive, but he goes anyway, so not to worry. I have a lot of drafts where I end up sort of feeling like Freiermuth makes sense. You draft Smith and Jigba or Lockett. Jalen Warren is also out there as a Seattle-Pittsburgh play.
I was going to say, is he a guy we're thinking about here?
Warren?
Yeah.
So we are what, Metcalf and Walker?
Yes, Metcalf, Walker. Yeah.
Fine. Yep.
Okay.
ADP is less of a restrictor,
Yeah,
late.
This late. Yep.
This late. I want to be more sort of cognizant of teams and matchups and builds and all that. Richardson.
QB, yeah. 99 ADPs. He's slipping a little bit, Pass, yeah, because there's other guys that we want there, I think. Yeah, Jalen Warren, man, he's got those Tony Pollard vibes, an injury to the starter, and he could be off to the races. So I like that.
Hall, Walker, Warren, Lamb, Brown, Metcalf, McLaurin, Judy, Goddard.
Look at those receivers. Holy mackerel.
So let's watch quarterback here.
Yeah. Let's watch it.
Jameson Williams at 9-10. All right. Congrats.
Come on, Dreezy.
Daniel Jones, 9-11. Cousins at 9-12. Fine. Richardson at 10-1. Fine.
Are you not entertained? You can watch
Rodgers at 10-2, 4 quarterbacks in a row. Is everyone watching the deep end? That'd be different.
Lawrence.
The pick is Prescott.
Gino.
Off.
Gino, yes.
Prescott with Lamb or Gino.
Oh, Prescott. Yeah. I was thinking the other game.
I mean, Gino is okay with. We have 2.
We have Walker and DK and Jalen on the bring.
Oh, I like Prescott.
Fine.
More.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
6 quarterbacks in a row.
Who are the Cowboys? Week 17?
Giants?
Detroit? Oh, baby.
We'll get there.
Oh, baby. Yeah, look at that run. Let's watch quarterback.
6 in a row. I mean, really.
Holy
Was that
mackerel.
out? Did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
Should I go back upstairs? My
Yeah.
daughter's up there. She gets out of bed, and I sort of peek at her. I notice her. She's on the kitchen floor doing like dumbbells.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
what's going on? She's like, I came upstairs to brush my teeth. I said, well, you're actually doing dumbbells on the kitchen floor. Like, well, I'm going to brush my teeth after that.
Listen, she's got to get her curls in. You know what I mean?
She's 24, by the way. No, she's 12. She's 12.
She's 12.
Like,
Regal's tryouts are coming up. She's got to be ready to go.
The season is nigh.
Yep. No. What are we doing during the regular season? We haven't even talked. We're just been
You and I?
Yeah, Tuesday nights we just talking shop.
I don't know.
We got big plans or what?
I have no plans.
Have
I'll be doing waivers.
I was going to say, have you started waivers yet?
No, but I am enjoying looking at week one. Like I'm putting in lineups. I took Jonathan Taylor out of some lineups today, just because like we know now he's not going to be. It's not a Breece Hall situation where you're like, I'm not sure he may not play, but Taylor, like it's done. He's not playing the first 4 games. So ouch.
I plan on doing waivers on the way out to Vegas on the airplane. That's when I plan on.
Well, let's sit together and do that. It'd be fun.
That will be fun because not going to be much time in Vegas to do it. So
the most time I'll have in Vegas, and you may feel likewise, is from when we land until the next morning.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, and then again, drafts Thursday morning. Let's lay it out. I'm main event Thursday morning. So are you?
Yes, I am. Hold on, we'll pull it up. Let me know when we're on the clock. Go ahead. Keep going. I gotta pull it up.
Well, Thursday night after the game is the bare knuckle.
Oh,
and that's me. Friday morning, I'm signed up, but the draft hasn't filled yet. And then Friday evening, back with Louie in a second main event, and then on the plane in the morning. So Vegas is Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. I'm Friday morning, 3K auction. I'm Tuesday night before I go. I'm in the 3K online, and then 5K big payback Friday at 1:30. I'm main event. Where am I? I'm in like 3 or 4 main events. Let's see. Friday evening.
What are you Thursday morning?
Thursday morning.
We're coming up here, by the way.
All right, let's pull that up and then I'll see. This is so complicated. I can never see like East Coast, West Coast. All right.
It's so hard to know the time difference. It's just who can keep track of that?
Who's going to do that?
Who even knows
what
time it is?
16 picks away when I'm not 16 picks away.
Does anybody really care?
Oh, double tap?
Maybe.
Oh.
When?
Dr. Dre. So we don't have any bills. We don't have any. There's no reason to go. Never mind. Okay.
Thoughts on Elijah Mitchell?
Does he correlate?
Yes.
We need running backs.
Do you like that?
I'm more of a Mason guy myself.
Me too.
Let's just wait on that. What else do you want to see here? Is Mostert the starter in Miami week 1? Game 1, week 1?
Maybe. It's not A-Chain. It's Mostert or
what
Wilson.
What about Gainwell?
What about Penny?
For Philly?
What about Penny?
Or Penny, or both. No, we could never do that. Fine.
I would be fine with Penny. I mean, we have A.J. Brown.
Yeah. We have Goddard.
It's a lot.
A lot of Eagles, though. Come on. It's not like it's
a lot.
Is it too many?
I would pick Mitchell or other positions. Let me see.
Oh.
Just all of it. Yeah, I think, it's Mitchell or Penny, your call.
What about Laporta? We need a Lion.
Yes. Do it. Good.
What a call. It's a spider.
Did you high five a spider, or was that for me?
I just flicked it a mile. I flicked it a mile. It was dangling.
That's a great pick.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I spotted that for sure. That makes sense. That makes lots of sense for
So
us.
you didn't know the Raider song last week?
I know the song. I didn't know it was a Raider song. Right?
That's crazy.
Thursday morning main event. FFPC.
Okay, me too, but you're not in the same one as me, I think.
No, we're not. So
Thursday morning, Louis and I picked second.
Very nice. What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm gonna reach for like a
Chase.
Jay Hawkinson.
Gonna reach for Chase. And
Johnson.
Penny and Gainwell are still there. Come on,
Penny, right?
Let's go. Do we
Or
care
Mitchell?
Do we care about?
Players are tough to figure out later. Like Mason, I think I like, but Penny goes.
Mitchell, you want to go Mitchell?
Yeah,
do it. Let's do it. Listen, we don't draft scared here on the deep end. Okay, never draft scared.
That really works.
If you had to bet it, and you can probably somewhere, Gainwell or Penny, like who do you think at the end of the year is going to be, or just who's the winner there?
Points per game for me, it's Penny.
Yeah.
Penny has to be able to stay on the field. He's had a couple of like really ruinous injuries, and I'm not sure that equates to quote injury prone. So I think he is really good. He's on the perfect team. I think Swift is also live as an option. Depends on what they want to do. And they could go week to week and keep you guessing all year. Gainwell for me is like the floor guy. I never cared that he was supposed to be like the guy getting the most touches. Never cared about that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's useful enough. He's there. I mean, in the Super Bowl, they used him. That has some weight, but he is not. I mean, for me, the ADP works. He's not above Swift or Penny. He's just there. If somebody gets hurt, he's there, but he's not going to be like a workload guy or anything. Just, here's 10 points.
Yeah. I know. I completely agree. A three-headed monster in any backfield is a disaster. We need, at most to have there be fantasy value for anybody. So, or to at least feel comfortable starting one of them. So we need something to develop there. We need either a player to not get touches or a player to get injured or something like that. So we'll see. And, it's the NFL. Someone will get hurt, but you just don't know right now. I mean, Penny was my guy earlier in the year, but all the reports have been Gainwell. Now, do I think Gainwell's the starter? No, but
No.
It's just weird. Like no one's come out there and been like, man, Penny looks incredible or Swift looks insane. There's just nothing.
It's all just noise, and Philadelphia was a really good team with smart management. They're trying not to show you anything.
Right.
So the more you hear about Philadelphia, if you're sort of processing it the right way, I think the less you care, the more it is an advantage to you. Like there was a Trey Sermon day or two, he got cut. Like there's the Gainwell as a starter. No, he's not. I mean, Philadelphia is a team that is sort of ahead of you as a player. So,
right.
Give me Swift or Penny pretty much all the time, depending on correlation.
So are we looking QB here coming up?
Depends. I like receiver if we can do it. What about Michael Gallup? So are you afraid to draft Michael Gallup?
Kind of.
Because
of some reports that I've read where that Ferguson is really getting a lot of work, and I ran into a guy at the Expo, a Cowboys guy on a Cowboys podcast guy, and he was very high on Jake Ferguson. I'm like, well, who's not getting targets there? If Pollard and all these guys are gonna Cooks and Lamb, and he's like, I think he thinks Gallup's the odd man out. But again, we're Dallas, right? So
what is Ferguson's ADP? It's later, right?
I'm sorry?
What is Ferguson's ADP?
He's right now, actually, 161. So coming up.
Do it.
Ferguson, I like it.
We have two, right?
We have
Goddard and Laporta. Fine.
Yep.
I don't care.
Oh, we're up. Let's do it.
I like Gallup too, but if you want to do that, it's fine.
And then we're done. Done there.
So done.
Done there. So, all right. Now, I mean, Gallup.
Purdy is next. We have Mitchell, and then there's the correlation with McLaurin. Do we have McLaurin?
Explain Purdy to me. The guy's the starting quarterback, and he couldn't ask for more weapons than what he's got. Why is he QB 22? I mean, I know he doesn't run, but like, come on.
He sucks, maybe?
No,
is that
he
right?
doesn't suck. There's no way he sucks.
Could here's a question for you. Would San Francisco have gotten a fourth for him?
Probably. Right? Why the
Probably.
question?
Probably. They got a fourth for Lance.
Right. Yeah, no, they
Would they have gotten a fourth for their starter? Would they have gotten a third? Other than the thought that it weakens them, in which case, in this scenario, they're like, we'll start Sam Darnold or even Lance.
Right.
So we'll parlay sort of the notoriety of Purdy. We think he's amazing. Would you take a third round pick? Like, again, the difference between 3 and 4 is not worth parsing. It's just, would Purdy have been would he have been worth as much in a trade as Lance, the outcast, was?
Purdy
Question
here?
for later.
Brock Purdy here? Yes.
Okay.
No?
It's all right. Yeah.
Or Gallup. I'm okay with Gallup.
No,
now.
I think Purdy over Gallup.
Okay. Yeah, I think the problem is with trading him though, Purdy, is if they traded Purdy, he was Mr. Irrelevant. And now if we're going to trade him, it's like, okay, well, maybe the Niners just don't think he's that good. If he went from Mr. Irrelevant to you wanting to trade him. Whereas people kind of know what's going on with Lance, right? Like he's stuck behind some guys. He hasn't developed.
Yeah.
That type of deal.
You're
wonder, man, I feel like they should have just gone Mac Jones. I feel like Purdy's poor man Mac Jones. Like if you wanted that like statue, quarterback to sit back there and just run your little offense with all those good weapons, like you should have just gone Mac. And that was the whole thing. That's sort of what they thought they were going to do.
Well, Shanahan wanted to.
Yep.
But
he's
only the coach.
He's only the coach. That's it. You got to let him buy some of the groceries, though. Are we done at QB?
Intuitively, I think yes.
Yeah.
I know there's a 3 QB argument, but I think when you spend, it's not like we spent a high pick either. So Howell went in the 13th round.
Wow, he's moving up the board. That's your boy too, Howell.
I think I'm going to not want to pick a quarterback from here in. But
yeah, me too. I think we're good. I'm good with 5. I don't like spending 6 picks on quarterbacks and tight ends. So
for me, 2, 4, 5, 3 should mean 2, 6, 7, 3.
Okay.
Especially because we pick receivers pretty early, like first 2 picks, and then Metcalf first 3 picks. So go find your running backs that just click on 20 of them, and we'll figure it out.
I like that.
Anybody you like at all? Sure. Yes. Hunt. Yes.
Hunt. Oh.
Yes to Hunt. Yes to Hunt.
That's your boy right there. My boy right here. Oh, been talking about him all summer. Just, I'm going to be honest with everyone watching. I struggle with the difference between being a content creator and someone who wants to win a crap ton of money in fantasy football. Because I want to scream from the rooftops every day, Sean Tucker. But I don't want anyone to draft Sean Tucker, who I'm drafting with. I don't.
Did he go?
No, I just queued him up. But it's like I just have been on Sean Tucker since the beginning, and I was getting first team reps, and he made the team as an undrafted free agent. And, so I want to be like, everyone go draft Sean Tucker, but not in the drafts that I'm in. So he's my He's my stash and cash player, my late round a prayer, wing and a prayer. Now it's a little harder in best ball because he could be a 0, but I don't think he is, man. I don't think he is.
What about Keyshawn Vaughn anymore? Nobody has drafted him once this year, right?
Because he's
like
just
terrible team.
He stinks too. He's just.
Does he?
Yeah, you know. I thought he had his chances and he just did. He just chuckles at me. Does he? Does he?
You watched on Keyshawn Vaughn lately, have you? on the road to Kentucky, you played a podcast. They were talking about how he looks in practice.
Yep. So what are we doing with the other side of this Indy backfield now? Like just in general, like are we?
I don't think I'm doing anything. I think all of it is bad.
Yeah, it's a mess.
In this team, we don't have anything Colts or Vegas, do we?
No Colts, no Vegas.
I would just avoid it.
Okay.
Kareem Hunt, he doesn't even have to go there. He's probably bad now, but that's why I wanted him to be included in this running back stack here we're building.
So you want Kareem Hunt, you're saying?
Not really, no. Not really. I didn't want him to be ignored. I think receiver, Adam, like we're only at 5.
I thought you wanted me to queue up 20 running backs.
I did, but receiver, then you look at the column on the left, the column on the right.
That's right. Oh, Palmer. Hunter Renfrow. There's been 0 news on the guy for 6 months. It's just, does he even play football anymore?
Like him, but where is he?
We're
up, by the way.
195. Oh, sorry. Not yet.
Kendre Miller.
Kendre, thank you. I just saw him over here. Thank you. He's the youngest running back on that team by a mile, making diving catches down the sidelines. Come on. Kyron Williams, also another guy that is like getting the passing down work there and for the Rams. And I don't think Cam Akers is that good.
I think this is a receiver pick.
Yes, I'm just talking ball over here, Mike.
Oh, sorry.
You know what I mean?
What's that?
Do we have any stacks or correlations over here?
Show me the team. Scroll down on the right.
Pittsburgh, San Francisco.
Keep going.
Dallas, Philly, Seattle, Washington,
Keep
Denver.
going.
Curtis Samuel.
Yeah.
We could start piling in these Giants receivers now that they cut a couple.
Have a favorite?
Wan'Dale Robinson. Is he available? There he
will be. Yep. Let's go higher.
Like this way? Back up to the top? Did Parker make the team?
Who?
Devontae Parker? He
definitely. Yeah. I like Chark, fine. I like Renfrow, like you do. And then the Giants are going to pay off later.
Oh, does Renfrow correlate?
No.
Oh, Raiders? No. Okay.
But I think Renfrow is fine. Chark is fine.
Let's go Renfrow here, because I'm more of an Adam Thielen guy.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go there.
So next Tuesday.
Yeah, let's make one more pick and then we'll get out of here.
Not 2?
Or 2. You want to do 2 more picks?
Yeah, it's pretty close together, right?
No, we're on them.
It's a matter of like.
Oh yeah. I thought we were on the other
seconds.
Pick. Yes, two more picks.
Next Tuesday, I have like a draft, and then we're packing and flying. So I think we're off next Tuesday.
Yeah, I've got the. Oh, let me see something. I've got the 5K. Maybe I'll.
The 5K. Should we get that? That is the deep end, right? What does K mean?
It means 1,000.
$5,000 for one team?
Let's see.
What do you have? Like an oil rig in your
oh God, it's just
front yard, an oil well? What do you have over there? Is that Bitcoin?
I don't come from Johnny Manziel's grandfather's oil money. Okay.
That makes 2 of us.
That's right. That makes 3 of us because neither did he. All right. What is this? Live Friday, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's the 3K.
Oh, only 3?
9 p.m. I'm just saying, if we went,
Yes.
9 p.m. is our slot. If you want me to go, I might just go.
Which that's FFPC
That's FFPC
online.
Do
we have to?
We have to. Right?
We have to.
Come on.
We have to.
Come on.
I've drafted that league that I'm already committed to that night on the deep end already, like other years. I did 2 at once. And so, we have to.
Yeah. Even if we don't want to live it, or we should live it though.
We should.
Yeah, we should. You have a draft at that time in the evening on Tuesday?
At 7 or 7:30, yeah.
Okay. All right.
But same thing happened last year or the year before. I just drafted it while we were drafting another one on the deep end. So
no, because it's the freaking deep end. That's why.
you have to.
Yep. Yeah. Consider it done. Consider
3K 12-team contained league redraft.
Yeah. Yep.
Waivers and all that.
Waivers and all that, baby.
3K. Are there openings?
Won this league two years ago. This 3K varsity league.
What's first? 20?
I think it was 18. Let me pull it up here. Let me pull it up. Let's pull that up here.
18 is only half.
Let's see. What does this bad boy pay out? 20.
Thank you.
20, 8.5, 3.
Thank you.
That's it.
Push for third.
Push for third. Yes. Yep.
So just between us, I asked Adam to host the team tonight because I didn't want to have everybody see how much money I had left in my underdog account. Adam has 0 left in his, which is way better because that sort of speaks to, I'll just put some money in to draft this one team.
That's it.
So
Yep.
Win-win. I have 50 cents. It's dollars too, but also and 50 cents. And like, what do you do with 50 cents on underdog? Like, what am I going to spend that on? Is there a gumball machine on underdog? Is there sort of a ticket for the Lions Club or something I can buy? I mean, I don't know what to do with their 50 cents.
How did you even get 50 cents? They do payouts and change?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't remember, but I have it.
I'm
at like $8,000.50. It's very embarrassing.
Right. It's 50. Yeah. You don't want to be showing off all that money. Come on.
All right. Show the team.
Here
Prescott, Purdy, Hall, Walker, Warren, Mitchell, Kendre Miller, Lamb, Brown, Metcalf, McLaurin, Judy, Renfro, Goddard, Laporta, Ferguson. Okay, receiver, running back. This is it. I like Campbell or Wandale. I think I like the most.
Campbell. Who's Campbell? Oh,
I think I'm Wandale.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely Wandale. Who's
all right?
Campbell?
Paris Campbell. He just went.
Oh, okay. I was going in the queue. All right, Wandale.
Glenn Campbell.
Dan Campbell. All right.
Earl Campbell.
I'm done. That's it. That's all I got. Campbell's soup. Does that count?
Calais Campbell.
One more pick here. Are we thinking RB?
Yeah.
Now, if you don't like these guys, I can pull up RB over here if you want to take a look.
No, it's all about CEH. Evan Hull.
CEH made the team, right?
I have a lot of CEH. I'm that guy. It's me. I'm the problem.
I don't think that's a terrible idea, to be honest with you.
Fournette. Moss. If you like your running back room and you think Jonathan Taylor is just going to play this to the end like Le'Veon Bell did, then Moss.
Jordan Mason?
Yes.
I don't think. I mean, maybe if JT is not hurt, he may do this till the end because he might be so pissed.
He's not going to win. I think Mason is the play.
I like Mason for this build.
We have McLaurin and Samuel and Purdy and Mitchell, though. We have Mitchell.
Right. I know. It's not.
I say no to Mason because of Mitchell.
Okay. Click.
I want more of a sort of CEH is, yes.
CEH?
Yes.
Okay.
We don't have the correlation, but look.
I know.
It's a perfect offense. If it lands on him, he hits.
Yep. He hit last year for the first 3 weeks with barely any usage. All right, we're going to go CEH. And you can tell yourself a story, that CEH could be.
CEH is arbitrage.
Yes. We're bringing it all out tonight.
Arbitrage.
Can I take Sean Tucker with our last pick?
That was our last pick, Adam.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry.
So, no, you can't. That's it.
Oh, come
that's
on.
the end of the night. Sorry.
Broke my heart. I'll let Sean Tucker talk, and we go CEH.
No, you can't. That was our last
I
pick.
thought we had one more. Unbelievable.
Sorry.
It's not Superflex?
It's not Superflex. All right, so when we talked this morning and tweeted about tonight's show, the idea was pretty relaxed. I think it ended up being pretty relaxed. Maybe I should apologize that it was too relaxed on my end anyway. But it was fun. It's a good team, I think. Right?
Yeah, it's going to win, and we're going to have it live on the stream, and everyone's going to love it.
Oh.
Hey,
if someone else in our league wins, that's cool too.
Quick question before we go, because I know you're a big Dynasty guy.
Oh, thank you.
Connor Olson, 12-man PPR 3-keeper league. What are your thoughts on taking JSN at pick, fourth round, pick 9? I love it. I think that's an easy pick for me.
Sure.
Right?
I always want to know who the keepers are and sort of see the whole board, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I love JSN and Dynasty Keeper. I think he's going to be their number one there in 2 years, tops.
So, a better pick at 504.
Sure. That's right. And if it's a 14-team league at 506, 8,
it's 12. It's 12.
Oh, you're right.
This was established.
12. Thank you. I don't know how many picks are in this draft. I don't know how many picks are in that draft. It's time to go to bed.
Let's go. Thanks for watching and listening. Please like and subscribe to the podcast, The Deep End, on Spotify or iTunes or YouTube. All would be better. Have fun out there in the exciting draft season.
The streets.
And maybe in the streets. We'll see you next Tuesday for Adam's 3K draft. It sounds very serious and important. Then the following day in Las Vegas. Come say hi. Mike and Adam, thanks for watching and listening to the Deep End podcast. See you next week.
See you guys.
Hey, I want to take a moment to thank you for tuning in. It's important to me that all of our media be free. This is only possible because of you allowing a true independent sports media enterprise to thrive unlike any other in the business. So please subscribe to the All In Package to continue to make all of this possible, to ensure that all of our stats, information, data, content is available to you, especially you, the people that get the site and get the show.